Good morning, traders. I hope you are well. So this morning I took a couple of positions short on Great British Pound US dollar. I'm out of the trade fully now. Before I get into everything I was looking at, I basically entered somewhere below this value here. Took profits after seeing us starting to reject here. This is in Frankfurt. So I took profits on one position for about 20 pips. We then got the pull back in towards London Open, which is where we then rejected again, and I've just closed out somewhere around about there. We can see on the weekly profile here. This is the previous week's profile. This is today's current profile. We can see that we opened just below that volume node there. We've got a load of low volume here, and we're trading through that volume now to the edge of the ledge, which is where I've just took profits just before that, just before this single print. So somewhere around about here, I'm expecting we might see a bit of a pullback reversal, hence why I wanted to get out of my last position. So let's jump into it properly now. So you've seen that on the weekly. I can get rid of that profile. Like so. But the daily, put it up. I've actually split Friday's profile. So let me just unsplit this and I'll show you what I did. Until the splits. Right, so first of all, Friday's profile here, we've got one distribution and then another distribution, yeah? What do they look like to you? Sorry. Anyway, so what I decided to do was see what it looked like if I split that distribution. Like so. So we've then got one distribution here and the other distribution here, okay? We can then see that when I did that, we have the point of control of that upper distribution here with a load of volume there as well, actually, and a little higher low, lower high. Sorry. So like an order block there. In amongst this point of control, you can see we opened here, came down up in Asia, respected that point of control, up again, respected that point of control. We've got the value here of that upper distribution. You can see that got respected there and pretty much respected there. We then came up, made a lower high and traded back down below. So when I got up, I'd seen all this happen and us respecting Asia, respecting that point of control in the upper distribution and traded just below this value. So I was like, I'm going to be looking for shorts, bearing in mind what I just showed you on that weekly profile with that low volume, which I was expecting to get filled because we had opened and respected that upper cluster on the weekly. So having seen us trade below value, I then wanted to have extra confluence. So I looked at the morning chart and we can see, hopefully you can see this straight away. In the custom morning chart value area, we opened at value. So that was definitely going to be a reason for me to get short as well, given with my other knowledge that I had. Also, we were trading in a very tight, at the time, 20 pip Asia range. So I was expecting a range expansion. So that was another confluence. We also had on the footprint chart, let me just find 2 seconds while I just scroll across and get back to the Frankfurt open. Oh, okay, there we are, I think. Footprint chart, Frankfurt open, you can see it's a 3-minute chart. Frankfurt open, drifting on down below VWAP. Frankfurt open, slight increase in volume and sell side delta. So we had heavy selling coming in at VWAP. Another Confluence. And I took profits. I'll show you on this chart, it'll be easier. So I entered shorts somewhere around about here. Took profits on one after seeing us starting to reject there for 20 pips, but then got the pullback. London open, selling tail. So I'm still holding a position down, and I took profits now after seeing this imbalance fill. You can also see there's a market depth level there as well at the moment. Although I would think we could trade lower into this. Let's make this smaller. You can see on this chart, I've got a volume cluster there. So we could possibly trade down in towards this volume cluster. But I'm out for trade fully now. So I took profits on one position here, another position somewhere around about there. And that was the reasons basically for me taking a trade today. So I looked first of all at the weekly. First of all, I looked at the weekly, then the daily, split the daily profile, upper distribution from Friday, point of control respected once, twice. And something to bear in mind as well, if we should come back up in the future, we've got a double top here, and you could say we possibly got a triple top because there'd be liquidity there as well. So if we come back up to here again in the future, there's a high probability that we'd trade for it. How high we'd trade, I don't know, but just bear in mind there's now liquidity resting above here. So yeah, saw that point of control being respected, traded below this distribution here, auction market theory. And down we go. We're now pretty much at this high here. Right, nice one. Cheers, guys. I'll catch you on the next video. I might trade this afternoon. Not trading no more today. I've banked some money today, so I'll have a look this afternoon, see what's occurring. Right, nice one. Over and out.